Persuasion, to influence, to convince, to motivate, to inspire. You get the picture. You have done persuasive presentations before, but you have done them mostly, I think, in the written form. It's a popular category for English teachers to get you to really think of the needs of your audience. To whom are you speaking? We just finished a whole lineup of information speeches, and now we're going into persuasion. Persuasion is an information speech with a bias, with an intention, with a purpose. So you're thinking, okay, I pick a topic I genuinely care about and believe in, which is part of being a persuasive speaker. You have to believe. Your entire affect has to be on point. So what you say and how you say it and your visuals have to be all alignment to be successful in persuasion. And as Aristotle said, the three elements that you really need in any persuasive argument are to be logical, or logos. It has to make sense. It has to make sense for your listeners, and it has to make sense for you. Next is ethos, or evidence. Credibility. You have to show you know what you're talking about. Is it because you yourself have had firsthand experience, or have you done research that make it undeniable that what you're saying has credibility? And the third is pathos, or emotions. What's the human element? That's what makes persuasion work. What emotion is involved in your persuasive argument? No one will be convinced of anything unless they think there is something in it for them. So when we think about emotions, we think of love, fear, anger, respect, compassion, indifference, apathy. There's so many different emotions out there, and it's usually a combination of multiple emotions that go into arguments, which you don't even think of because it's so natural for you, because persuasion is natural. We're always strategizing. Like Keisha Brewer said, it's not manipulation, it's strategy. We're always doing it. It's how we survive as human beings and in our personal lives. So transfer that into a presentation should be more natural for you. But you have to find the right topic, absolutely. At the end of the presentation handout, I mentioned Abraham Maslow because he said, think of your audience as far as what they need. Nobody will buy a car unless they need it. Or at least they're more likely to buy one if they need it. They might have an ego-driven buying habit and they just buy it because it looks pretty. But for the most part, people will do anything when they need to. So at what point of their lives are they in? And what are the basic needs? We have the first one is physiological. So the need for good water, good air, good food, good sleep, right? Just our bodies, what our bodies need. That's an area you could do your presentation in. Or the next, safety and security. The need for good locks on your doors, good police officers and firefighters, and good legislatures to keep us safe, right? Cybersecurity, homeland security, good sneakers so that you don't get a backache, smoke alarms, good tires on your car. So safety and security is definitely a universal theme. Then we go up into the third need, being to love, belong, be part of something. You could advocate for so many different topics that have that as one of its end goals or one of its purposes. And then self-esteem, the fourth need, to learn something new, to challenge ourselves, to become more educated, to be more aware. That could be definitely a theme you use in your persuasive speech. And the last, self-actualizing, giving back, being all you can be, right? The Marines use that, don't they? Isn't that one of their sayings? Be all that you can be a Marine. Maybe that's the Army. I'm not sure, but I think you get the idea. So that's your next speech to do. Persuasion, intro, body, conclusion. It is information speech, but it's with a bias. I can't wait to see what you want to persuade us on. And it could be very serious, a very serious topic, like gun control or the abortion issue or voting rights, incredibly important, incredibly serious, or taking the vaccine. Or it could be more lighthearted, like going camping on your next vacation or trying a certain restaurant or watching a movie that you like or a book. So it really runs, the range is, as all our speeches, as long as they're legal and a good taste. I trust you to come up with something appropriate for this class. Ciao, Bella.